Hello and welcome to an economics special. Today, let's explore the differences between neoliberalism and Keynesian economics, two important economic schools of thought in the context of 20th century American economic policy. Keynesian economics originated from John Maynard Keynes in the 1930s in an attempt to respond to the financial disaster of the Great Depression. Fundamentally, this school of thought believes that in times of economic downturn, increased government intervention in an economy will hasten the path to full employment, price stability, and economic growth. Fiscally, this calls for the temporary increase in government spending during economic downturns beyond sustainable levels, leading into debt. This government spending might bail out bankrupt companies, provide stimulus checks, and start extensive infrastructure projects to reduce unemployment. Keynes also commented on a central bank's ideal monetary policy during a recession, advocating for decreased interest rates, which facilitate new loans and encourage consumers and businesses to buy more. Ultimately, this increases bottom-up consumer demand for goods and services and stimulates economic activity, leading to faster recovery. The most famous historical example of these macroeconomic policies in action was Franklin Delano Roosevelt's New Deal, which played a significant role in America's recovery from the Great Depression by creating tens of thousands of new jobs on government-sponsored projects like the CCC and TVA. The Civilian Conservation Corps created many current national parks, while the Tennessee Valley Authority built dams and hydroelectric power plants throughout the southern United States. Neoliberalism stands in contrast to Keynesian economics. Economic liberalism tends to prioritize economic freedoms and highlights how these are infringed upon during government economic interventions. After the Great Depression, this school of thought became highly unpopular but was later resurrected by classical liberal economists like Milton Friedman in the 1960s. Friedman's books and speeches focused on greater market freedoms and deregulation to spark top-down growth driven by the wealthy. He also stressed the need for globalization and free trade between countries to maximize market access. Unlike Keynesians, he adamantly opposed nearly all forms of government intervention during a recession, believing that the government deficit spending was unnecessary. In addition to disliking government spending on the economy, he also critiqued the role of the Federal Reserve, since he distrusted the central bank, believing it should have a limited role and predictable role in the free market. Instead of intervening to fix a recession with the Federal Reserve and government spending, he'd react to stagnation by liberalizing the economy, deregulating industry, cutting government spending, and reducing taxes so that business would become easier. With these freedoms, he theorized the economy would recover naturally. Friedman's theories would not gain notable traction until the 1970s. After several years of socialist economic policies in Chile, General Augusto Pinochet's 1973 coup began. Soon after, a group of economists educated by Friedman began transforming Chile into a neoliberal market economy. This would provide the boost that neoliberalism needed. In the 1980s, US President Ronald Reagan and British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher adopted neoliberal policies to counter economic stagflation, which brought increasing unemployment and rising prices in the late 1970s. During the Clinton administration in the 1990s, these policies were wholeheartedly adopted, and neoliberalism was the dominant economic policy in the United States until the 2008 financial crisis, which was likely caused by the deregulation of these neoliberal reforms, particularly in the banking industry. And after 2008, the shift in economic policy went back to neo-Keynesian theories that emphasized increased regulation. In summary, neoliberalism advocates for less government oversight and intervention in a capitalist economy, while Keynesian economics advocates for more government intervention and regulation in an economy. Thank you for watching this short video. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if I should do more videos on macroeconomic concepts. Thank you again.